at the vision boards like, ooh, let me make this cute, pretty little collage. See what happens at the end of the year. Like, no. How can I make this my life? Like, how can these cute aesthetic pictures become my reality? Hey girlies, it's Cece Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, Happy New Year. This is my first YouTube video of the new year. I'm so happy to be entering 2024 with you lovely people. I'm doing a giveaway at the end of this video, so stay tuned if you want to know the details on that. I cannot believe we are in a new year. Like, 2023 went by so crazy fast. I don't know if it was just me, but it went by so fast. Now, if you're anything like me, you were supposed to have your goals, your resolutions, all that already plotted out before the new year, but it didn't really happen like that. But that's okay, because we're still in January. It's not too late to get it together, okay? We're only like in the beginning of this year, okay? So today we're going to be walking through how to set intentional goals and achieve them, because we are standing on business this year and we're not playing around no more. I feel really optimistic about this year. Last year I said the same thing, and I was optimistic and I did achieve quite a bit of my goals. So we're going to put even more intentionality into this year and see how far we can get. So yeah, let's get into my goal setting guide for 2024. Now this year I started out with making a vision board, which I feel like most people have. There's so many YouTube videos on like create a vision board with me and all this kind of stuff. Now there's nothing wrong with a vision board. Like I said, I just made one. I made one last year. I made it the home screen on my laptop last year. I'm doing the same thing this year. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with vision boards. But I feel like, for me personally, I just kind of look at it as like, ooh, cute collage. We'll see what, we'll see what comes true at the end of the year. No, we are supposed to look at these collages and be like, how can I make this my life? Like, how can these cute aesthetic pictures become my reality? So that's the goal for this year. We're not just going to look at these pictures on this vision board. We're going to be intentional and we're going to figure out, how can this be my life? So I was talking to my therapist today, which, by the way, I'm so happy I'm in therapy right now, and it's like the best thing that's happened in my life recently. Like, I love my therapist. I love being in therapy. So yeah, side note. Anyway, I was talking to my therapist and I was telling her about the goals that I have for this year. It's like a long, extensive list of all the things I want to accomplish. And she recommended that I split my year into quarters, split up my goals to make things more achievable. I'm sure we've heard about this. I feel like more people are like talking about it. But previous to this year, I did not think about doing that at all. Last year for my goals and resolutions, I split it up into categories. I had my personal goals, my career goals, financial goals, spiritual goals. I had like 30 goals listed. Like, on a day-to-day basis, I'm not thinking of the 30 things that I want to accomplish throughout the year. Like, that can be so overwhelming. And even sometimes looking at these pictures on a vision board can be so overwhelming. Like, I tried not to put too many pictures in this year's vision board because I didn't want to just look at just like a bunch of stuff, Spacing out which goals you want to get done at which part of the year, I feel like will just give you a higher probability of actually accomplishing these things. So yes, I'm implementing quarterly goals this year and I definitely recommend it. We're going to see how it works together. So I organized everything in a way that works for me. You guys know last year in my yearly reset video, I showed you guys how I made my 2023 digital planner on the app called Notion. I did page by page what's in my digital planner, so I'll link that video so you guys can go check it out if you want to see how I laid it out. I tweaked a few things just based off, what worked last year and then what I think could be improved, because I just wanted to create a one-stop shop for everything that I might need, and making it digital was just the easiest way to do that. So if you don't have the Notion app on your laptop or iPad or even your phone, I definitely recommend getting it. It's a learning curve to it because it seems complicated when you're just looking at a blank page, but once you set it up in a way that works for you, it's very much like, okay, this is my like holy grail, one thing I look at every day. So when you're goal setting, a good way to start is to look at the things that you had planned last year. Even if it was a small vision board or just 5 things that you wrote down or whatever it is, just kind of reflect on how last year went and then go based off that of what you want to accomplish this year. And I noticed that each year I write out these goals, the more detailed and intentional they get. You know what I mean? Like, one goal could have just been like save money. Next year I have a certain amount of money I want to save, and then now this year I have how much I want in each account. Each year that you're setting these goals, the more you're growing, the more your goals will make sense for you. But what I did was create broad categories that each of these goals could go in. And then from there, I'm breaking up which category I want to achieve in which quarter. So I made it real easy for myself. I color coded everything just to, I'm a visual person. So for my broad categories, I have excel financially, a consistent routine, grow my relationship with God, have healthy habits, travel more, be less passive, have healthy relationships, hobbies/me time, and then apply myself in my content. So those are just 8 base things that I want to accomplish this year. And under that, I have more detailed goals that would fall into each of those broad categories. I color coded it so I know which detailed goal falls under which broad goal. So for example, my broad category being consistent routine, a more detailed goal under that would be working on my sleep schedule. And for creating healthy habits, a more detailed goal would be cooking more, taking my vitamins, etc. So when I'm thinking of what category I want to achieve in which quarter, I just did it based off what makes more sense in my life. So under my Q1 goals, let's see what we have. Working on my sleep schedule, securing an apartment, and paying off my student loans. Last year, one of the goals I really did not achieve that much was cooking more and eating out less. But I'm hoping to accomplish that this year, because if in Q1 I'm focusing on securing an apartment, in Q2 I'll be more likely to buy groceries and not want to eat out every day, and that'll help with cooking more and eating out less. You see what I'm saying? So logically you can split up what makes sense for you to do in Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. It just ensures that you're honing in and prioritizing one thing before you prioritize the other. And when my therapist was telling me about this, I was like, I feel like I can kind of simultaneously get all these things done at the same time. That was my issue last year. I was like, I can do all this at once. What? But just because you're prioritizing one goal doesn't mean you let another one fall to the wayside. Setting certain goals for certain quarters doesn't cancel out all of the other goals. It just helps you prioritize and hone in on one specific thing so that you're more likely to get it done. And I feel like when you give yourself a timeline and a deadline, you're more likely to get that stuff done anyway. Oh my goodness, this quarter's coming to an end. Why am I still going to sleep at 3 a.m.? You know what I'm saying? You can kind of hold yourself accountable a little more, because you're like, okay, this is supposed to be done by now. Another way I plan on holding myself accountable is to do monthly check-ins. So if you guys remember from last year's video, I had this journal where each month I would basically just do an end of the month reflection and write out, answers to certain questions that I had written down. Now I want y'all to guess how long I actually kept up with that. I learned that I'm a fully digital person now, which is so sad to me because I have so many journals and notebooks. I used to love writing everything down, writing out all my to-do lists and all this kind of stuff, but I can't constantly be reaching for this journal, and then that's for that, and then this book is for this to-do list, and then this planner is for content, but this planner is for life stuff. It just was too much to be trying to keep up with, which is why I switched everything digitally. So unfortunately, we are retiring this journal because I did not feel like on the last day of the month grabbing a pencil and writing down some questions. I just didn't feel like it. So we just typed it out, and I'm adding it as a page in my Notion planner. So hopefully we'll be able to keep up with that here, now that all I have to do is type or copy and paste the question instead of writing out the question, all that. It just was too much. So I think monthly reflections is gonna be crucial for staying on top of this, because even 4 months sometimes can seem like a far ways away. So I just created a page where I have each month listed out, and then I can click inside, and then I have these journal prompts that I can reflect on at the end of each month. So it says, what are you proud of that you accomplished? What quarterly goals did you pursue this month? What challenged you this month? What's something you learned this month? And what can I improve? Oh, I said approve. I meant improve. Child, not the typo. And what can I improve next month? So those are just the ones that I came up with that I thought would set me up best for the next month. But I feel like if I come up with more, I can always add them in. But yeah, so at the end of each month, I'll be able to kind of hold myself accountable, check back in, see where I am with these goals. That way we know we're checking stuff off the list and getting stuff done. Hopefully we can all get to the point where we've implemented certain habits that make these goals second nature. So yeah, really just sit down with yourself and see what you want to do this year. How do you want to get it done? What habits can you implement to achieve that goal? And then which ones are most important for right now, first quarter of the year? which ones make sense for later in the year. And then go for it. Check in with yourself every month and then see how much you achieve this year. Like, it's all about intentionality. We're all young, but we're all still growing, and it's all about just exploring what avenues work for us. If this doesn't work for you and you are like, you know, a free thinker, a free spirit, and just prefer to, you know, whatever, then that's cool too. If you need a little structure to your life, then try this out and see what you get done. Like, you know, there's no pressure. I feel like there's so much pressure with the new year and all this kind of stuff. Try it out, see how it works for you. So that's how I plan on being intentional with my goals this upcoming year. Like I said, I just feel good about this year. I feel like I learned so much and grew so much from last year. It's actually crazy. Honestly, writing this out is just a good idea because you can just see the growth just in little things, you know? Like, God has blessed me with so much last year. Like, just imagine what more can get done this year with his blessings, plus me putting in the hard work and being intentional. Like, it can only get better. You know what I'm saying? So as promised, I will be doing a giveaway this video. This giveaway is only open to US residents. You must live in the US to enter this giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel and comment down below one of your goals for this year. Super simple and easy. I'll be choosing a winner on this date. And yeah, I can't wait to read out what y'all got planned for this year. So cheers to the new year. I hope that this motivated you to set some goals for this year, even though we're already well into January. Like, it's okay to start late as long as you start, you know? Remember to be kind to yourself, give yourself grace, progress over perfection. I love y'all and hope this video was somewhat helpful and you didn't mind me rambling. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.